Hello, my friends, and welcome to yet another. Okay, yeah, I can't. So, hi, my name's Kylie Kane, and today we're going to be angrily playing through a section of the game I've actually completely already played through. So at the end of episode 5, I finished up in the town of... My brain just broke. What is this town's name? Of Nashkal, right? So we finished up in Nashkal. Oh, by the way, hi. My name is Kylie Kane. What a weird intro. This is the Verzian Chronicles, Baldur's Gate Experience, Episode 6. Hi. So, let's talk brass tacks. I recorded 2 episodes last night. And I'm telling you this because you need to hear it. I recorded 2 episodes. I did not check my mixer before I started recording. What I learned is that when I went to edit last night, I found something spectacularly amazing. What I discovered? All of my audio was unusable. My cat had clicked a button on my mixer that turned it into feedback loop mode. Now, what that did is cause a massive feedback loop in my system, and I literally heard everything twice, 3, 4, 5 times, back to back to back to back to back. Do you know what kind of nightmare fuel that does to your brain? Especially when you cannot understand what is being said. It's bad. So, with that in mind, we're getting back to the task. Again, this is Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. We're in Nashkal, and we have...
Something useful with this time?
Shut up, Jahara. We have a couple things we need to do before we continue on. So, I know, I before we go anywhere, do anything, let's re-equip our friend Emoin. This was very important because she died, if everyone remembers correctly, at the end of the last episode. I revived her and walked back outside and was like, yeah, I will worry about that here in just a little bit. Well, it's been a little bit and it's time to worry. So let's re-equip her with her arrows. Let's go here. Can I flip that around? There, we're going to equip her with her arrows. With her bow, we'll equip her with a sword just in case. We're going to go back to her bow, though. Re-equip her healing potions and her magic wand. And then just double-check to see if everyone else is fair game. We had a broken weapon on Keldric last episode that I didn't really go into too much, but one of our weapons broke. Our fighter druid picked up a new weapon and a new helm. We can equip that. I'm actually also going to equip her with a... She doesn't need any of this, so let's put that over there on her. I need to sell off... Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I just need to sell. Let me see here. Can she wear this armor? She can. Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out what kind of armor my girl could wear. Miss Emoin. We do need to do just a seller's journey here. I'm just gonna kind of put these in the gym bag. I think I'm gonna do that with everything but the Cocolette amulet. I'm going to keep that out. I'm sticking a lot of stuff in the gym bag here, just because it's like gemstones and stuff like that. Something else I learned is that our Sun Soul Monk Rasad, actually during the last episode, can wield weapons, and there is a +1 katana we will be getting shortly, which we will use. So, other things I learned during that episode is I went exploring around town, right? And I did a lot of exploring in these episodes, the episodes that were lost. And what I found is there is a ton of really awesome gear that is just hidden in the world, right? It's kind of fantastic. We're bypassing Edwin. We're not going to be helping Edwin at all. Someone named Nuber looks like they're trying to walk up to us. So let's find out what they got to say. He says, "Hi, I'm Nuber. Nice place, huh?" I didn't talk to you, Nuber. "So you killed any monsters yet?" "Oh, he is pestering me." Don't, Nuber. What are you doing? Walk away, buddy. Walk away. You're not worth my time. Anyway, so Nuber was just pestering me because reasons. Anyway, so there's an armor in Nashkal, which is really nice, and I need to figure out where it's located. Not there. Where the hell is this thing at? Let's go over here. That looks like an item. Let's go check it out. What is it? It is... it's the item. Nice. And it looks like I got an egg. Oh, a pearl. Nice. All right, everyone come here. Let's go inventory. An ankegged plate mail, which is awesome. It is a armor class of 1. And it looks like it's really good, like druid stuff. It's a plate mail that's actually crafted by Tarum, Furum, and Burgos. Sheathed in chitinous scales of ankeg, it provides a greater degree of protection against than traditional plate mail and is not susceptible to rust. It's lightweight as okay. Yeah, that's actually really nice. We are going to put that on her, which will take her down to -1. And I think when we pick up some plate, which we will be picking up plate soon, we'll put it on our fighter, which he doesn't need dexterity. Our fighter cleric doesn't need a dexterity save, really. Doesn't have much. But our fighter druid does. So we're wielding a club. I wanted to wield a club on purpose. Is because I wanted to also take a shield on her, which puts her armor class at 1, which is fantastic. I think that's very good. And I'm looking here. Of course, Rasad is back. Back. We keep Rasad on the back. We keep, we keep our smart boys on the back. We keep our distance throwers in the back. What I want to do is I need to buy more. I need to do a couple things. There's a couple things I need to do. And can we just cross over here, or do we have to take the bridge? I think we have to take the bridge. So while we're doing that, I'm going to just kind of walk over here and just let the game take me that way while we're walking that way. Rasad's just running ahead of everybody. He's like, "I'm faster than everyone." It's kind of amazing. "Go away, Nuber." Nuber's like, "Ever been to Baldur's Gate? I've been to Baldur's Gate. Congratulations." I think I stepped in something. Okay, nobody cares, Nuber. Go away. Go away, Nuber. He is a pestering of sorts, ain't he? Ain't he? He's a bit of a pesterer. So, we need to buy a book that I think I can buy in here. In Nashkal, in the general store, in the Nashkal store. But I need everyone to gather outside in there, and let's walk inside and take a look-see. So let's walk inside. Walk up to the storekeep. Looks like only half the group made it inside.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
Why did only half the group make it inside? That's really odd. Yeah, only half the group made it inside. Weird. Stop. He talked about a wolf he's eager to fight, and I need to pick up the entire group. Come on. Everyone walk inside, please, so we can talk to the shopkeep. Thank you. I've got the gold. Anything you need. Okay, cool. We're going to sell the pearl. That's cool. We're going to sell 2 of the short bows. Right now, we're just doing a bit of selling to kind of clean up our inventory. Large shield can go. I'm going to keep the belt of antipode here. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the helmet. The splint mail can stay, mainly because I don't remember if everyone who needs splint mail's got it. I think that covers our costs here. We need to see if we can't. I forgot to ask him about the book. Let's take a look, see if he's got this book here. He does have the History of the Fateful Coin, which is the book I need. What do bracers do? What do these do? Bracers. They are thick bands of metal. They magic steel bracers are only good in combat. Most bracers protect. Exceptions do exist. Okay, so it is just an item that can be magicked. Ooh, bag of plenty. What is this? What is this? It is unlimited sling bullets. Ooh, that's cool. Leather case, which is a potion case. And I think that covers what I need. I don't think anyone's got anything we can do anything with. What I'm going to do is walk over here inside the store. Pop over to Caldric, and we're just going to toss a couple things on one thing on the ground. Did that work? It did not. Caldric, where is your... Oh, it did work. Apparently it did work, and I didn't realize it. All right, so now let's leave and go back and give the cooklet. We got to go to talk to, I believe, Firebeard. For one quest, and what was the other thing? There was another thing, another quest that I wanted to do. We're going to head to Baragost, and does this trigger the attack? It does not. Beautiful. Okay, so I need to go here. I don't think there's anyone in town that's going to attack me. It's a little strange when you kind of have an idea of where you're going. Because I'm just like, okay, I need to go to Firebeard's house. I need to go to Miss Coquelette's house. I need to get this stuff off my shoulders, and then we're going to head to the mines after this. And there is an encounter on the way down to the mines, which will get me a little bit of experience, but will also let me meet Dorn, I believe his name.
So hard
All right,
to find.
here is Firebeard,
Nowadays.
Elven Hair. So I believe this is the same Firebeard that was in Candlekeep. And he says, you're old Gorian's ward, the lonely kid of Candlekeep. Of course I've heard about the loss of Gorian, and I must give you my deepest condolences. I hope since you've left Candlekeep, you've kept up on your reading. Oh, the world of books. I've heard of a new copy of that wondrous tome, The History of the Fateful Coin, can be had for a pretty penny in one of the stores around here. If you'd be so kind as to buy it for an old man like myself, I'd gladly reimburse you. I'd even give you a little bonus in your travels. It must be so hard with Gorian gone. All right, so we actually have a copy of this. So he gave us that quest, and then he decided to just wander about. I'm trying to get him to stop. There he goes. Emoen. And he says, I handed him the book, and he goes, you're generous to an old man, so I will be generous in turn. Let me give you another book in exchange. Personally, I'd call it more fantasy than history, but I get the sense you may enjoy it nonetheless. So we got a lot of good stuff. Old Firebeard was grateful for locating his book, and he rewarded me in History of Unicorn Run, an ancient scroll case, 300 experience, and we lost the item History of the Faithful Coin. So let's take a look at that item there. Let's take a look at the history. This is a scroll case. That's actually really cool. We'll give that to my boy here. There we go. Gorian Skull went into that, and I think I can put letters in there too. And I think that's what I'll do. Is it's just literally to hold letters and stuff like that for me. And let's take a look at the History of Unicorn Run, and we'll read this off for your enjoyment. History of Unicorn Run. Bards and sages pass down the tale that the headwaters of the Unicorn Run are, in truth, the font of life, and a cradle of fecundity. Each natural race is said to have emerged from the womb of Shanti, onto Toril at the river source, and then traveled down the Unicorn Run to the outside world. Some say that a daughter of Chanti resides at the river source to usher the newborns into the world, while others claim that Shala midwifes the process. Regardless of the truth, the elves, Khorids, and halflings all agree that Unicorn Run is sacred to life and a site of incredible purity. As a result, all three races have strong taboos about extending trips up the run, for if the river is ever fouled, no new races will ever be born on Toril again. Ooh, possible foreshadowing, maybe? Ooh, I don't know. Actually, at that moment in time, I got the achievement foreshadowing. So Take that for what you will. There is a door around here somewhere. Nope, that's Mr. Firebeard's. And I think this is the house I need to go to. Possibly. Hello, Mr. Cooklet. I need to speak with you really quickly.
You're a long-tongued lout, ain't you?
I'm sorry, Miss Coquette. He says, Coquettle. Please, no visitors today. I'm quite unwell with grief over my missing son. I told the fool not to travel in such times, especially with wife and child especially with wife and child in tow. But he would not listen. Now I have no idea where he... Wait. Where did you get that amulet? I'm going to say it was such a piteous sight. A young family was cut down in a cowardly raid. This was among their meager belongings. It was my son's. Please, might I have it? I'm going to say, of course, sir. It is regretful that I could have not arrived sooner. Prevented their deaths. I thank you. Funny, isn't it? How a simple piece of cut glass takes on so much more worth. Please, leave me be. And we gained 200 experience from there. So very good job. Awesome, guys. Everything is looking up. We are actually looking up. Things are looking up. I'm going to look at the character sheets here and kind of get an idea. So everyone's really close to leveling up. Like we are, with the exception of our fighter druid, who is level 2, who is a level 2. We are, looks like Rasad is about to level up soon. Nira is got a while. We've already leveled up on Jahara. Keldrick Healthen has about 600 experience to go. Khalid only has about 500 experience to go. And our level 2 thief has about 1,000 experience before she reaches level 3. So, but that's good. So,
not quite as much help as I thought.
Oh, thank you, Jahira. All right, so we're now going to travel back to the mines, and that is where we're going to go. I'm excited for this because I have only been in the mines once, so I have a decent idea of how things are supposed to go. But we'll see. We'll see. That's the play, right? 16 hours of travel.
Do you seek enlightenment?
And it looks like Rasad has something to say. So let's listen to what Rasad has to say. He said, do you seek enlightenment? I said, I'd like to know more about your search for the missing Sun Soul monks. Actually, I'm going to say, tell me more about your training with the Sun Soul monks.
My training at the Sun Soul Monastery began the moment the kindly monk brought Gamaz and me inside its walls. As you might imagine, there was a great deal of physical training. At first, we were assigned chores and exercises. We looked with envy upon the older initiates who practiced combat techniques while we swept the stones and prepared meals for our seniors. The monks taught us to read and write, and why it is important to do both with careful thought. We practiced debate, studied history, and answered endless quizzes about the 9,000 mysteries of Selûne. We learned to meditate upon the moon, the shards, and the stars. We also learned to meditate on the darkness between them, for it falls to us to battle the servants of Selûne's dark sister, the Shard. At last we learned to combine our learning, devotion, and physical prowess, project our inner light outward. With it, we combat the darkness inside or surrounding others.
I have 3 options, but the one I think that I'm going to use is you must have been very good at it for the masters to send you on a mission to
We all strove hard, but Gamaz was the best among us. None of the other monks could defeat him in combat. Only I could come close, but each time victory was within my grasp, he swept it away with some spectacular strike. Even among the elder students, Gamaz stood as a pillar of tradition and excellence. His death is a great loss, not only to me as his brother, but also to the entire Order of the Sun Soul.
I have 3 options here as well, and I'm going to say I'm sorry for I'm sorry to bring up such a sad subject. Thank you for sharing it.
I thought it best that you should know my past, since we traveled together. What else can I tell you?
He can continue on. Heck yeah. I'd like to know more about your search for the missing Sun Soul monks.
After discovering our fellow Sun Soul monks had vanished from their monastery, we felt the truth must lie behind the name Alagoth. We spread out in pairs to investigate further. Gamaz and I, used to life on Kalamport streets, searched for rumors on the streets of Athkatla.
I love how he's pronouncing these words because I definitely can't.
Much of our investigation took place at night, under the benign gaze of Selune. You see, although the sun shines more brightly, it is the moon that reveals the truths hidden in darkness. One night, we witnessed several shadowy figures assaulting a lone man on the street. We raced to his defense. The Moon Maiden blessed us, and we drove off his attackers. Despite our intervention, the man was gravely wounded. I remained with him, tending his wounds as best I could while calling for help. Gamaz, however, pursued the attackers. I shouted to him to come back, but he did not listen. Sometimes I wonder whether things would have been different if I had followed Gamaz instead of remaining with the wounded man.
I have 4 options here. It's no, and I'm looking over the options, and the reason I want to illuminate something for you. I know we're 6 episodes in, but I don't read all of the choices off to you specifically because I would love for you to explore this game and this story yourself. I know you're exploring it through me, right? This is the vicarious living experience as you get the game distilled to you through a lens, right? But I want you to also play. I'd love for you to play along and tell me in comments and in the Discord, which we have open now, to check it out, to find out, to let me know how you're playing Baldur's Gate, how your characters are doing, what characters are you bringing with you, whether you bring along the characters I bring along, or if you have a better idea. Maybe you're playing an evil character and you bring along characters like Dorn and some of the like the drow lady at the beginning of the game. Maybe you bring her along. Maybe you bring along the 2 who are wandering the streets at the very beginning of the game. Instead of going to get Jaheira and Khalid, maybe you go get them and you get that kind of evil vibe going on in your party. I want to know. I want to hear about it, and that's exciting to me to know that there are options to play, and it really adds to the replayability of these games. And this is not the only game that does it. A lot of Western RPGs do something similar in this vein, where you can build your own party, or you can find a party of interesting people in the world. In the games that actually come after this, that as we play along, we're going to be seeing very similar results along the way. But I'm very excited. Let me know. Let's read on. I'm going to say no. You were right to stay with the injured man. Your order is dedicated to helping others, isn't it?
I suppose it might have been worse had I gone with him. Still, I wish that night I could have been 2 men. One to remain with the injured man, another to go with my brother. When help finally arrived, I ran after Gamaz. I found him only a few streets away. My brother had fought bravely, slaying 3 of his attackers before he was brought down. Once more, I cried out for help. Men came soon, but not to aid me. Instead, they arrested me for fighting in the streets, leaving Gamaz to die in a pool of his own blood. When the guards released me the following day, Gamaz had died. They said he had been slain by shadow thieves. The guards could not even give me his body, where they had burned it with those of the other dead men.
There are 5 options here, and it's all sad. I think I'm going to go with that. That's a shame. But at least you survived after helping the injured man.
You are right to consider the good with the ill. Disheartened by the tragedy, my fellow monks returned to Kalamport. Gamaz and I had entered the monastery together, as brothers. I could not return without him. Neither could I remain in Athkatla, a city that forever holds evil memories for me. I traveled north. At first I thought I might visit the Monastery of the Sun in Waterdeep, which they called the City of Splendors. Yet I was in no hurry to arrive. Every day since entering the Order of the Sun's Soul, I had striven to fill my heart with radiance, that I may share it with others. After Gamaz's death, I felt only the shadows of grief and despair. But perhaps I have dwelt too long on such memories. I wish to share my inner light with you, not my inner darkness. What else can I tell you?
I said that's all for now. We'll talk later. That was fascinating. It was a really nice look into Rasad's story And I'm excited to see where this goes. And hopefully that would be really nice to see him again in the second game. I don't know if he's there. I know that I actually don't know if he's in the second game. I would love, maybe his story wraps up in this first game and we'll have an entirely new party in the second game. But I feel like really interesting to hear everything about that. So right now we're walking through Nashkal, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk to the end on the southwestern or southeastern side of the village. And basically what we're doing is we're gearing up for the next part of the game, where we are going to meet some new interesting people as we make our way towards the mines. Note that if you rush off to the mines at the beginning, you do not run into this fight for some reason.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Apparently she's fatigued. What does that mean? What does fatigued mean? Hold on. You know what? I think it's a good time for us to take a is there an inn? There's the garrison. There is I can't rest in the streets, but we'll head on out. Let's go to the Nashkal mines and see what's all about.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Okay, we're in a
Well met.
a combat scenario. The person that spoke with us was Sinjek. He says, "Hail and well met, dwarf." I say, "Well met, traveler."
Traveler. Well, that's the nicest thing anyone's called me in weeks.
Okay.
We should kill that one last, Senjak. Such good manners.
This person is Dorothy. What treachery is this, I say?
No, there's no reason for this to turn violent. Hand over your belongings and you may yet live.
My only option is you'll need to be more convincing than that, brigand. 5 against our party, the odds don't seem to favor you.
You should listen to Senjak, friend. Perhaps you've noticed our associates who are even now aiming their arrows at your hearts. Raise a hand against us and they'll cut you down.
I'm going to say, if I die, at least I'll take you with me. And then they start dying.
Empty your pockets. What's going on back there?
And it starts raining.
This is impossible.
St. Jack, Dorothea, I swore I would crush the life out of you someday. Today is that day.
And meet Dorn, everyone. I accidentally opened up. Spoilers! I accidentally opened up the wrong thing.
Dorn, you should be dead or rotting in a Luskan prison. How did you find us?
I'm happy to see you, Dorn. Leaving you behind to take the blame was all Simeon's idea. He's the one you want, not us.
Just following orders is a coward's excuse, Dorothea.
Dorothea.
I haven't forgotten what you said when I refused your advances.
Dorothea.
Advances. She would never consort with a half-orc, especially when she has me. Change, Dorn. You're as stupid as you're ugly. Tell him, Dorothea.
Senjak was the first to agree with Simeon. He always hated you. But you know, I didn't feel the same way.
Dorothea, what do you say? Yes, of course. But the half-breed brute is too stupid for that to work. Men, rush them.
Okay, so battle ensues.
Cowards, turning on each other as easily as you turned on me. Half your men are already dead. You'll join them soon.
Wow, Dorn is about to kill him.
We've beaten you before.
All right, so battle ensues, kind of. So what we're going to do is we have, let's do him to there. Khalid also attacks Sinjik, and Jahira also attacks Sinjik. Unpause, we're going to grab everyone, but nope, I want to specifically grab these 3. And we're going to have them attack at a distance, attack one of the bandits who are firing upon us as we attack Sinjik. And it looks like their job worked. They took out bandit number 1, so we no longer have anything firing in. And Dorn is taking the brunt of the assaults while we're fighting Dorothea and Senjak, which means we really just get free attacks as our party, as our side group is throwing down to the bandit in the thing, and the bandit is still not paying attention. The bandit has not changed targets, and yeah, the bandits are now dead, which leaves our ranged group the ability to attack Dorothea. So Dorothea is now under assault by us, and it looks like Emoen got a critical hit and did 2 missile damage to Dorothea. She's been doing pretty good damage. Critical miss, critical hit, critical damage, 10 damage, 11 damage, 12 damage. This is actually fairly solid fighting going on here, and everybody's doing what they're doing. Senjak took 22, 10 crushing damage from Kaldric, then another 22 crushing damage from Kaldric, leading to 33 damage from Kaldric there. And now my melee party has no longer anyone to attack, so we have turned face and began to attack Dorothea. While he got gibbed, his body literally exploded in front of us. Dorothea is taking small damage from the side, while the rest of the group is just swinging and missing. It looks like we're just having miss after miss after miss. Critical miss, critical miss, critical miss across the board. We're not seeing all the rolls, but we are seeing a lot of misses. We have missile damage hit from Emoen, but it looks like everybody is whiffing and hard, and it's really kind of strange to see this many misses. It looks like Jaheira just hit Dorothea, which definitely good. That's good damage. Some more missile damage from Emoen, and finally more missile damage from Emoen, and Emoen was our MVP of this round as she took out. She did a ton of damage across the board.
You handled yourself well enough.
So Dorn steps up and says, "You handled yourself well," and we say, "Who are you? What was that business between the bandits between you?"
And I was settling an old score. I've been hunting those two for almost a year.
So Dorn basically has been hunting people down who has betrayed him, and I'm just going to say, when you struck them down, what happened? I saw some ghostly apparition appear.
Powers are none of your concern, unless you are looking for a strong arm.
I'm just going to say, basically what I'm going to tell him,
And you betrayed me and left me to you.
so basically what he said is like, hey, I'm doing a thing for a reason, and I would like to join your party. My statement on that is yes, but no. And there's a good reason behind why I say yes, but no. And I kind of feel like I might need to explain it a little bit. I do not take evil party members. I want to make that very clear. There is no evil in my party. And because of that stipulation, can Emoen? I probably can wield a small shield, honestly. I might sell it. It's really a really strange situation. We're going to take the bolts. There's a bunch of bolts on the ground that we're going to take with... Kelly, go back over there, you dingus. Okay, there's a bastard sword, long sword. That's fine. Probably not going to take everything because everything kind of it weighs a lot. It's one of those things that everything kind of has some pretty hefty weights to them, so we're just kind of only taking what's worth some money here, and I think that covers it. We're going to pick up all of the armor with our boy down there. Pick up those. Hope that doesn't over encumber them. And just kind of try to do this here. And then we'll take a look at all our inventories and make sure nobody is over encumbered, because that's going to be the hardest part about all this, is everyone's going to be like really close to fully encumbered. But it looks like we managed to pick up everything. It's time to go selling. So let's head up. We're going to head up to Before we do that, we're going to quick save it. Said quick save. Hello. It says I cannot save at this time, which means I cannot save on this map, which is aggravating. That's fine. So we'll head back up to, well, you know what? We're right at the mines anyways. So we'll quick save at the mines. We need to speak with the mine owner for permission, but that's fine. We're going to head up to Baragos. It's going to take 16 hours. It did take 16 hours, but we're doing this for a reason. We're doing this to sell all our stuff at the Thunderhammer Smithy. We wait for all our party members to arrive at the location and walk up to the big boss over here named Taylorum Filarium. And we're going to ask what he has for sale. Now, let's do a couple things. We need him to identify the Washashi and those two items. Thank you. We did identify them. That's awesome. We're going to sell one of the short bows, two of the short bows. The Wasashi's 700 gold if we sell it. That is really cool. Does he have a long... She can't use a longbow, right? I don't think so. Not yet. I'm just looking through the stuff that she might be able to use. We can well, she doesn't really need arrows, but we can definitely, if we really wanted to, we can buy some arrows. Maybe. Can we buy throwing knives? That would be really cool, right? I don't think we'll be able to, though. I don't think we'll be able to. Okay, that's a sell there. We can sell the bandit scalp as well. That looks like that's fine. We're going to sell off the light crossbows we picked up. Glint mail, maybe. Do I need to sell it? I think I will sell it because it's not that expensive. Not really great to keep. All of these short swords can go. They don't bring any money. Really anything at all. We can sell all this armor that we don't need. It's just weighing me down. All right. What I wondered is if she could use a shield. She cannot use a shield, and I don't feel like using a small shield, so that's a free 400 gold that we can get. All right. So with that in mind, he needs throwing knives like really bad. Can he use a sling though? He can. The question... He can use a sling. Would it be better to have him use a sling? It only costs 1 gold, so I'll grab it. And grab 200 bullets. No, I'll just look through here real quick and just double check to make sure that nothing else is really worth grabbing. Let's look here. Mace +1. All the +1 weapons are pretty expensive as far as what I can actually afford. So I think that'll be effectively everything. I am going to sell the flail and pick up another Morning Star since I think that's what I'm using. I am pick up another Morning Star and a mace on him just in case. And we're going to take a look at our inventory here. Just kind of fill that up. Keep the Wasashki. Do that there. Just look through the rest of my gear here. Just keeping extra gear on hand just in case. And I'm also keeping some ranged gear on hand just in case as well. Okay, that's a little bit less damage. Plate mail can go on, which will definitely increase. Yeah, it definitely helped quite a bit. She's got a club. Think that makes her a little better with the shield there. Yes, it does. And you know what is funny? Looking at the sling. Sling is 3 to 6 damage, and yes, he can use slings. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have him use a sling now instead of throwing knives since it's easier to find bullets. I'm going to put him with a sling instead and then probably take proficiency in slings because that's just easy setup right there. So right now, here's what we got going on. We've got Keldrick wearing plate armor. Oh, I could have sold that splint off. Let me go do that real quick. We've got Keldrick wearing plate. We've got Rasad and Nira using bullets in a sling. We've got Emoin on the arrow duty. We've got, I'm going to sell that longsword there. I got enough arrows for her. We need more. Let's open this container and take a look inside real quick. We have a little bit extra money, but I don't think I'll sell any of this just yet. I need more bullets for her. Here's throwing daggers. Throwing daggers are 25 for 31. So we'll grab one set. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that for her. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100 throwing daggers. And then we'll buy bullets. 1, 2. Yeah, that's 200 bullets right there. That's done. They're really cheap. They're not very expensive at all, by the way. You're wondering, why are you buying so many bullets? Are they expensive? Not really. She's got, looks like 10 bullet plus ones. We're not going to be using that. She's got extra bullets here. We're going to drag these over here. And we've got a pretty good setup here. Whether we want to use slings, and if we run out of bullets somehow, we have an extra large amount of throwing daggers just waiting for us to use as my backup on Rasad. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. I like the way that ended up setting itself up. And, of course, we do we quick save it, and then we leave town. I think that's the plan now. I think that is the play we go with. We leave town. We've quick saved it, and then we start walking towards Nashkal slowly but surely. It is 16 hours to Nashkal, 24 hours to the mines. We are definitely probably going to get under attack. We did not, which puts us in a really good situation for a rest, because I'm pretty sure my party has not rested. And we immediately came under assault by some kobolds, and we are owning them pretty simply. What I'm going to do is turn on party AI for now and attack. If you turn on party AI, like, the party is a bit dumb. Like, Emoin, instead of attacking with her bow, is a dumbass. Emoin, you dumbass. What are you doing? You got a bow. Use your bow, darling. Jesus Christ. Okay. Arrows. All right. Gemstone. GIS back up there. Gold. And everything else can stay on the ground. Okay. Very good job. See, and a little bit of experience. Not much. About 7 experience per kill. But every little bit of experience counts. Like that fight with the bandit horde, that was what, 400 experience, something like that. Yeah, like that it was like total a pretty large amount of experience that put everyone like really close to leveling. So there is a very solid chance we will level in the next area. So what we're doing is walking through these badlands that are the mines area. And why am I not continuing with the rest of the party? Part of the party decided to walk off on their own, which is really strange. Someone named Adolf is walking up at us right now. Okay, he says, "You there! Stop! Sorry to bother you, but you should be aware of the danger you're in right now. There are monsters about, dog-headed ones. I advise you return to Nashkal, where it's safe." I'm going to say, actually, no. We're adventurers. We're here to help out. Perhaps you could tell us about what's been going on here in the region. We could sure use some more fighting men. If you want to know where to go, just go northwest. Up there in the mines. Northwest of the northwest. I know how which directions work. He says, Emerson may tell you he doesn't need any adventurers, but don't listen to him. We need as many men as we can get. Anything else? Oh, yeah, there's this crazy guy. I think he calls himself Prison. He's been making a sculpture and a cliffside. Kind of a kook, if you ask me. See you later, then. Hello, Dundal. Reminds me of Durandal, which just makes things a lot worse, because Durandal was definitely a character. Definitely a character. So, that's fun. All right, we're continuing to unlock some more of the map. Is there a way? Oh, there is. Okay. I was looking for a way down into the mines, and I'm like, is there a way down? Like, Rasad, what are you doing, baby? Stop. Chill. Everybody else is slower than you. I know you got speed of like Lightning McQueen over there, but slow it down. Slow it down, Sonny Jim. Slow it down. You ain't the front runner. You ain't the front runner. We ain't doing this. You're in the back of the party. You stay in the back of the party, you freaking speed demon. Anyway, so we're walking around the mine shaft. I think we're heading down. I see some Omnian soldiers. I see a miner, and I see a staircase down, which is probably my ticket where I want to be. I see some miners. I see some rats. And I see Emerson. Actually, we're going to walk the entire party over. And then Emo in my
want to take a look at me
charismatic one.
do you?
He says, so you want to enter me mines? Well, I see no harm. Indeed, we could use the help. There'd be problems on the lower level where we still lost some workers. The men talk of things are moving below, but who's to say? The earth, she hides many things from sight. And we now have access to the mines. Wow, that was really easy. There's a cat out here who is definitely not killing the rats. The man who just screamed at me, stand away, citizen, just ended up actually saying, I wish you luck, guys, luck in there. Whatever's be causing all this trouble isn't something I would want to run into. And then he moves out of the way. With that said, let's enter the mines. And we're in! We're in the mines. We walk slowly and carry big sticky wikis.
I'm so tired.
As we step into the mines, a miner walks up to us, and his name is Gord. He says, more adventurers. I'd leave while I still can if I were you. I've heard awful stories about what's happening to those who go deeper in the mines. I'm going to say, why? What have you heard? Well, my friend Rufy barely escaped with his life, he did. Little demons jumped out of the very walls and chased him down. He'd be dead now if it weren't for the guards that came a-running. Of course, them guards are now dead. Old Ruffy's around here somewhere. You ask him what he saw. He'll tell you. Actually, I can see Rufy. He's literally right in front of me. So let's go pile on Rufy and talk to him. Hi, Rufy.
Leave us be.
He says,
'Tis much work to be done.
What do you want? Tell me about the mines. What's been making the miners disappear? Demons! Little devils are everywhere, I tell you. From the walls they're coming. They're gonna kill us all. And then he runs off. So let's begin looting the place. That's the play right now. Is that the play? It might be the play. We got a warhammer and a long sword. Nothing in that one. We're just looting. Loot. What's this? Contaminated iron. Its iron looks to be coated in some sort of toxic substance. Though just speculation, you wonder if this could be what's contaminating the iron of the region. Ooh, okay. I see an Omnian soldier standing to the northwest of me. So we're going to walk up to him and talk with him. He's probably not going to say much, but it's worth a shot.
Stand away, citizen!
He says some of the younger guards may be nervous of what's been happening to them, but I've been around a bit. Kobold tracks down there. Lots of them. Kobolds. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to step by step explore the dungeon. We're not going to get ourselves killed more than once. He says, and here's a miner. Okay. we just gather our party, we move in groups, and we pay attention. If we see anything weird, we duck out of dodge. We save frequently, we save often. There's a Miner Leslie and an Omnian soldier a bit nearby. I'm going to assume because he's named, Miner Leslie will have something to say.
So tired.
He says, lots of walls everywhere they are. No room to breathe, no room to breathe. They said they paid excellent wages, they did. Didn't say anything about the little holes, did they? No, space is too small, they are. Space is too small. Are you okay? What? Don't you see the walls? Walls everywhere. No room to breathe, no room to breathe. And he says the exact same thing he said before. Let's talk to Miner Corey. He goes, what is it you want?
Blood.
Can't you see I'm a busy man? I've heard there's been problems with the mines recently. I'm here to help you. I don't know what you could do about it. Sure, there's been problems, but the ore that we've been pulling this place has been crumbling all as soon as it's cast. What do you know what's been weakening the ore? If I knew that, we would have already fixed it. Wow, Miner Corey is a classified dick. Perfect in all those regards.
I think I'm coughing.
Another miner is walking towards us. I don't know if he'll talk to us directly. He does. He says, oh, a visitor. A glorious day. We don't get it many down here, as you might imagine. Are you going to be going down into the mines? If so, could you return this dagger to Keeley? He dropped it when he went down into the mine the other day, and I haven't seen him since. Yeah, sure. I'll give his dagger back to him if I find him. And we now have a dagger of a name. His name is, it's actually Keeley. It's spelled Kylee, which is kind of hilarious, and I kind of love it. I kind of like that spelling of Kylie. Keeley or Kylie. There is a dagger in here. We're going to ignore that. We don't need daggers. Daggers are pretty much worthless unless they're magic, and that's one thing about a lot of the stuff in this game is more or less worthless. Oh, we have a kobold. Pause it. Pause it. Let's do. Let's go our ranged fighters, all attack. And send our main fighters in. Go.
My training did not prepare me for such extended activity.
Looks like we're all falling asleep, but it definitely died. And it does not look like there's any more, and there is some gold on the body.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look.
Okay.
I'm tired.
We'll take a rest up here. We'll step back. It is time for a rest. And I think it's time for a rest for the rest of us as well. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please let me know somewhere on the internet. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/TheVerzian. You can also find me I have a Discord, which should be in the show notes for this episode below. You can also find that in the link tree, which should be on Twitter. I know the link tree's on my TikTok. I do have a TikTok as well, where I talk about random things, make creepy stuff, and am otherwise not entertaining. But I also have a Twitch. You can find me at twitch.com/KylieKane, where I stream almost every Sunday. There's some Sundays when I don't. I typically have other RPG-related stuff going on that night. But yeah, I stream Mega Man, and after I finish Mega Man 11, which I'm working through right now on there, I will be doing all of the Doom games. From the start to the finish. They will be modded for the classic. Of course, I'll be modding them with one of my favorite mods. And we'll see. I think I will be going through all of them, all of the Doom games. Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, of course, Doom 1, Final Doom, No Rest for the Living, whatever the one that John Romero just made, episode 4 as well for Doom 1, Doom 2, and I think that's where No Rest for the Living comes in, and then I think does Final Doom come after Doom 2 or Doom 1? I don't remember where it comes in at. It's the Plutonia experiment and TNT, by the way. We'll be doing those. We'll be doing Doom 64, then Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal in some sort of order, because now I have all of them and I can do that. So Check that out. Those happens on Sundays and occasionally on Wednesdays, depending on how I feel. Otherwise, did I say Twitter? I think I said Twitter, Discord. You can also find me in the AOLP Discord as well, where you can check out all our content. It's pretty fun. We've got awesome people there. Real quick, last week I shouted out First Encounter. This week I want to shout out the Dragoonies. The Dragoon, who just released a ginormous, just released a episode called The Dragoonies, where you give out a awards, like a game awards situation. The podcast is called The Dragoon Effect. So you're going to want to go look that up. Look up The Dragoon Effect on your podcast catcher of choice. With that in mind, again, stay awesome, stay safe, stay clean, whatever you need to stay, do so. Stay alive. I want to hear you. I want to hear your thoughts next time on the Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition experience at the Versian Chronicles. Bye, y'all.